This is the world famous British war cemetery at Tyne Cot in Ypres in Flanders, northwest Belgium. It's the biggest British war cemetery anywhere in the world. I've spent a lot of time over these years just touring the battlefields of Europe, going to places like this, particularly for me, World War II sites. It's my sort of speciality in that sense. I've spent my life just immersed in some of those stories of particularly D-Day. But in recent years, I've started to come here as well and to learn this story of the Great War, 1914 to 1918, and to visit the sites, not just the cemeteries like this, but the battlefields, and to absorb the stories. I've led groups here as well, and of course my YouTube channel, which you're on now, is full of stories really about World War I and World War II. So what about this place? The thing that I always notice about these cemeteries is that they're beautifully kept, although it's winter now and it's a bit muddier, but they are tended to with huge amounts of dedication and commitment, not just from the gardeners and landscapers who work here, but really on behalf of the ancestors of so many fallen soldiers from all nationalities. And here at Tyne Cot, you can really feel that. Yeah, it's well kept, but it's sort of horrific at the same time. So walking across this grass, I'm so aware that under my feet are 12,000 men represented by these headstones, and on the memorial to the missing, which is that huge arc around me, there are 34,000 names, and their graves were never identified, their bodies were never identified. Most of them were swallowed up in the mud of Passchendaele during the Third Battle of Ypres, and they were never found. They're still there, most of them. So together, the 12,000 and the 34,000, you just get a sense of the scale of the loss and the absolute tragedy that war represents. And being here, I feel it's an honour to be here, to once again to contemplate and to consider the enormous price that is paid for freedom by other people. And as a Christian, my journey through life is marked with a sense of understanding something of the sacrifice of Christ on the cross. And I'm reminded every time I come to a place like this that freedom is never free. It's paid for normally by somebody else, and that is obviously the key and central truth of the Christian faith. But it's the reason why Remembrance Sunday is such a Christian event. It's a spiritual event because people remember the fallen, those that have given their lives or suffered life-changing injuries, and of course the families of the millions of bereaved. And it does connect so deeply for me and for many others, which is why that there is crosses in places like this, not just on the thousands of headstones, but an enormous cross behind me over there, because it's rooted firmly in the reality and the truth that freedom and sacrifice come together at the cross of Jesus. So as I leave this place and It's not the first time I've been here, but just to give thanks to God for the sacrifice of these men who were caught up in a storm that they couldn't understand, certainly couldn't control, and paid the ultimate price for peace in Europe.